Oh man, all right, y'all. So look, as we always bring y'all the real news and updates, man, this was a huge weekend for college football. As you know, we got to
Yes.
start with our main man, Deion Sanders and the Colorado um, Buffs team. And man, I'm gonna tell you, we got a lot to talk about when it comes to this one.
Ah,
So yeah, Georgia Tech
rough loss.
went to and visited Colorado. And man, oh man, as you can see the results on the screen, score was 27-20 with Georgia Tech with the victory. This game was, man, it was night and day watching this game when Shador was on the field last year, Travis Hunter, and all the other weapons from last year. But one thing I would say, it was really just a battle of just having a really good, solid offense. The offensive line looked much bigger, looked much stronger. But what you didn't really see is you didn't see Shador in the backfield, right? When you had a quarterback that could literally bail you out, hit you with those nice strikes, hit you with the flat or throw it long. That was the one thing that Colorado was really lacking because if anybody watched this game, clearly, in my opinion, Colorado was definitely almost the better team. Georgia Tech was one dimensional. They only really had a rushing game, and that's all Georgia Tech has ever been, a running game. And they're really good at it. They'll hit you with your different stunts and different things to open up the lanes for the running lanes. And the quarterback of Georgia Tech, King, give him credit. He dominated running the ball. And unfortunately, Colorado didn't have an answer on offense. Outside of the early score early on because of the turnover, Colorado really had nothing the whole game. And the crazy thing, just to add this too, if you remember, there was three turnovers literally in like the first 5 or 6 minutes, and Colorado only capitalized one time, which is insane to me. Your thoughts? I'm gonna bring up the stats here as well, but this was crazy.
My thoughts is that they had a little bit of sparks because they was at home and then they went to sleep. Because one of the things, they got a bigger offensive line. They should have ran more plays. They running backs was running extremely hard instead of taking it to them the way Georgia Tech was giving it to them. They quarterback shouldn't have got off 153 yards, if I'm correct. It shouldn't have never been like that. And he ran more and threw less passes because
Yeah,
once they stacked the box, he opened up with the outside routes, the intermediate routes, and the over the middle, and he really put it together. So to me, I'm a Colorado fan, but Georgia Tech, to me, my opinion only, is that Georgia looked good. This is supposed to be a smash game for Colorado coming out, being strong. I thought their defense was going to look much better.
right.
Because you fast and agile, that don't mean you stopped anybody. You did. Georgia Tech is almost the bottom. It was the top for this game, but y'all got some tougher competition coming forward, and y'all got to show a little bit more promise than that. Me personally, nothing against the sophomore starter, nothing against him, but I would have went with the freshman. That was in my heart and what I felt. That was my opinion only. Let us know your comments on that. But
And just to add, I think
I
he's a
just think,
senior transfer. Just to add, he's a
oh,
senior transfer.
senior transfer.
Right,
All right, so yeah, because he a 3 year starter. He came
right,
but I would have went with the freshman. I would have went with the freshman because I think Juju, I think his name is. I think
right.
he would have been a better spark and just and united them. That's he was there from the beginning of the end of last year, just standing around watching what Shador did and how Shador operated. I think he had more to give than what the brother did. I ain't got nothing against him. They can
Right.
keep starting them, but my opinion only, um, chat, is that please let the freshmen get it, and I would love to hear your thoughts.
and
Please
and,
comment
and it's
in the
and
comment box.
absolutely definitely add your comments below on this game, but I'm gonna just add to it. Like for instance, I think it's the play calling as well. So yes, we're gonna definitely say the quarterback play wasn't it.
Yes.
He kept overthrowing players, easy targets. He didn't look comfortable at all throwing the ball. Definitely looked like he had more time than Shador. So the offensive line definitely looked like they improved, but the
Yes.
ball
Yes.
wasn't going where it needed to go. And not only
Wasn't
that,
popping.
right, and then not only that, he was actually chosen to transfer because of his legs. Right, he's a dual threat, and he was indecisive. At that very first touchdown pass that he threw, he should have just ran that in. I mean, he was literally right there, but he still threw the ball into that risky area where it's like, yo, use your legs. That's why you got transferred. And then here's another thing. Deion talked about this team running the ball, running the ball. We're going to run the ball. Once again, you had a
Gotta
running
wait.
back. Shout out to Welch. The dude is a bruiser. Number 29 was laying wood coming through. And he was averaging at one point was like 10 yards a carry. And I'm like, why y'all
And you
going
went
away
away
from the
from.
run?
Yes.
You went away from the run.
Yes.
Like, what are we doing? And then, and then once again to what's that? Pat Shermer with the offensive coordinator. All these bubble screens and bubble screens. I'm like, yo, you got a tall like 6'5" tight end. Why are you not go running the ball up the gut and then 5 and out, cornering out? Nice, flat throws,
Nickel and dime.
nickel
Nickel
and
and
dime.
dime.
Right. What's all this bubble screen? Like it's the same thing we seen last year, and with that type of play calling, they're not going to beat anybody. It makes Colorado one dimensional, and I think that's really what caused them.
Yeah, they should have been nothing but simple. Nothing
Right.
but simple. You got the talent, you got the girth on the line where
Right.
they could pound and they could get down. You got a strong running back, number 29, pounding it, showing his toughness and all that. The quarterback should have utilized and not second guessed itself. You're
Right.
trying to put on the show, play football, later
Right.
for the show. Just like Georgia came there, they didn't sign one autograph or ask for an autograph. They did it on the scoreboard. And
Right.
that's something y'all got to understand because y'all got the hype because Coach Prime is also a blessing and a curse because people get ready because the notoriety that come when you come to Colorado is nothing but notoriety. They ain't trying to get an L, but you trying to give them an L, which Georgia Tech did. Please, everyone, hit them comments, please, so we can
Yeah.
check them out and
Absolutely.
respond to y'all comments on what's
I
going
mean,
on with this game. We got several more games to go on to, but please hit that like button and drop them comments. Appreciate it.
absolutely. We about to talk about another game, but just still, man, 320 yards Colorado gave up to Georgia Tech on the
For what?
ground, which is
For
crazy.
what?
I it's,
It's,
we
it's
gotta
bananas.
we gotta tighten up on defense, Dion. They gotta tighten up, man. And not only that, those corners who's supposed to be super nice, too much room, giving Georgia too much room. Look,
Yeah,
hesitating on
number
decisions.
number
I
number
forgot.
8 got an interception, but that's all you heard from number 8 after that. And then that was the quarterback fault because he's a better runner than passer anyway.
Right, right,
I commend number 8 for being there and being on point, but after that top um, that interception, his side went to sleep. I mean, if
yeah,
you ain't getting no action, you doing your job as a corner. But
right,
I'm just saying, after that, ain't nothing took place in the secondary after that. They just ran shop over them when the big boy linebackers, you got a couple of plays, number 40, he got to get a little bit more aggressive. He was aggressive on a couple of hits and everything. They got to come down a little bit harder and read. If they're a mixed direction team, you know what you're working with. You got to sit. You got to drop your hips and sit and read, not react because you're chasing ghosts. You can't chase ghosts playing football. You got to
right.
see who you're going to hit, and he got to have the ball. That's 101.
Absolutely. No, absolutely. But hey, look, I'm hoping that they learn from this game. They clean it up. They kind of get some sort of identity that really works for the Colorado team. As you know, we're going to always be chiming in on them. We Coach Prime fans, so hopefully they can turn things around.